They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson with a give to Miller, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding fouls complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Check my 45. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw it is Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. High. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. He's
got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look at?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DJ Reader has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Jones. And he's out right at the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked to...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Watson now to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. 30, 20, 10 for touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 87 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Flush to his right. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Block now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down is Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke forced out to his left. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
There's Locke to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kind of go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 45 is the mic. That's it. Big series right here.
3rd and long. It's Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Ginn. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. A win, if they can get it, would be their 1st on the year. Out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Snap.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Locke. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win, if they can get it, would be their 1st on the year. He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whitney merciless. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down, a run with Hyde. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last says, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching